Hi, hello. So last week we made a big frog pattern by Critterstitch, and I named him Frogbert. He is my son, but I lost yarn chicken on him, so his arms are a little bit silly. So this week we're gonna make him a sweater to cover that up. And also he just looks a little bit naked. I know he's a frog, but he deserves a sweater. And he's a big boy. So that's gonna be a little bit of a time investment. I've got some color options for him. And I've put a little poll out on my Instagram, so I'm gonna probably wait a day and see. But I'm tempted to also just make all 3 of them. We will see how I feel about it and if people respond to the poll or whatever. I've got these mini skeins from Frogmouse Studio for a little stripey number, maybe. I was thinking to have the bright pink and the bright purple for the ribbing, and then this has stripes in between, but we'll see. Maybe I mix more than that. Second option, these leftovers. I made a vest out of this, and I made a little cardigan cocoon wrap thingy and some socks in this. This is a sport weight and this is a fingering weight, but I feel like I can make it work. Yeah. And then we've got these Agnes Reply from the We Yarn Company. These two are also from the We Yarn Company, by the way. These two, I've made myself a hexagon cardigan out of this stuff. It's really soft, it's really nice. And I've been wanting to hold these double to see what the color does when you do that. Because Ross keeps going on about how nice it is to hold the Agnes Reply or the... Oh, what is the other one called? Castellets, to hold them double with different colors. And I'm interested, so maybe for Frogbert, for his little sweater. Yeah, so I'm going to think on this, see if people reply, and then I will get started. Regardless, I'm going to ball these up because these little hanks are kind of messy and it's bothering me when I look at my stash. So I'm gonna do that already today. Hi, okay, so I've looked at some interactions with the posts. There's not a lot of interaction yet, but someone said pastel pink and someone said stripes with blue. And then my friend said I should do orange, which to me just sounds like the mini skein set. So I'm just gonna start with that and see what I want to do with the other yarn when it's that time. So with this yarn combination, I am thinking crochet, moss stitch, stripes. So I'm just gonna chain to fit his neck and then see where we go from there. Nice freehand, tiny frog sweater, big frog sweater. He's a chunky boy, look at, hold up. That's a solid size frog. Anyway, I'll get started on his sweater. Figure out an order for these stripes to go in first. Ooh. Sorry, Frogbert. Okay, so I've got the basic shape and a bit of a mess with my connected yarns. That's on me for working with 6 colors at the same time. It will be fine. Yeah. So I did a foundation double crochet to the size of his big neck. And then I did a moss stitch with some increases where the arms would be. Not a true raglan because he has no shoulders. It's just neck straight into arms. So I kind of had to speed up on the increases here. A couple of stitches for below the arms. And now it's just moss stitch down until length. Putting in some increases because he does have a bit of a tummy. So what fits under his armpit won't fit comfortably here. Just a few increases around, and I'm gonna have it just rest above his little hips here. So got a couple rows to go, but the colors are cute. See, this is the kind of stuff where I think it's cute and I really like making it, but I would not wear this. This is too colorful for me. I say wearing neon green, but this is girl. Okay, that's different. This is too colorful for me to wear, and I got these minis with the intention to do something like this, but with black in between to kind of even it out, but I don't think that would have looked good. This looks nice. Yeah, I like pastels and colorful stuff. I just prefer dark clothes for aesthetic reasons, but also for practicality reasons. A black t-shirt doesn't stain. Yeah, this is nice and stretchy because it's a moss stitch, so that's good for getting his arms in there. Because his hands much bigger than the rest of his arm. I'm just gonna work on this until I don't feel like working on it anymore today. I don't think I'll finish it because it's already 8 and I have been going to bed kind of early considering it's summer. We'll see. Alright, hello, good day. It is the next day. Here's progress. It's a cunty crop top for him right now. I'm doing like at least 1 more color repeat, maybe 2, and then I want to end on the hot pink with a little row of double crochet like for the neckline, but then the bottom ribbing. It's not ribbing, but you know what I mean. I think it's really cute, like yeah. It's cute, that's all I have to say. Also, I'm remembering why I don't use a moss stitch very often, because it has all of the things that I dislike about single crochet, which is it takes a while, combined with an ability to mess up my count, you know, because I can forget to do a chain stitch. But you know, if you don't think about it too much, it's very nice. The turning of the round, I am turning my work so it doesn't have like a weird line, you know, go straight down. It's on his shoulder here, and I can kind of see it, but it's not that bad. Also, I'm carrying all of my yarn in the back. Because it's for a plushie and not for me as a human person, so he doesn't have texture issues, he's a frog. It's fine. Yeah, it fits over his hands. I'm hoping it will still fit over his hands when the sleeves have gone down a little bit. I want to end the sleeves, hold up. Okay, so it starts a little light purple, it goes dark purple, blue, orange, hot pink, light pink and then it's back to the light purple. I want to end the bottom ribbing on the hot pink and then end the sleeves on the blue so that it has a bigger section of the light purple, the blue and the hot pink, which all have one different color between them. It makes sense in my head, but I have no clue if it makes sense when I explain it. You will see it when it's done. Also, when I got downstairs this morning, I had put Frogbert on the couch. Like I just threw him on there and he was sitting like this on the couch. Big mood, my boy. I am already very attached to this frog, can you tell? I will probably finish this today because I finished my other responsibilities. So I have quite a few hours. I'm not expecting this to take quite a few hours. So I'll update you tonight or maybe tomorrow if it's late when I finish it, but I'll just show you when it's done, okay? Okay, hi. It's actually a couple of days later. Don't worry about it. It's finished. I want to block this because the sleeves do sometimes ride up a little bit. Could have made them longer? Yes. But no. I was not enjoying the moss stitch on the small circumference. But that's okay. I can block this and it'll be fine. It's long enough to cover his little arms. It's just like a 3/4 sleeve, you know. And I think it's cute. Very cute. Frogbert is probably very happy. I do want to make a second one though. And that's going to be in these because I applied for a pattern test for a shawl. Again. I haven't even finished the current pattern test, but this is a knitting pattern test, so it's different. And I might be able to use these for that. So, saving money by not making this into a frog sweater just yet. Also, I would still have a lot left over if I turn it into a frog sweater because these are almost full skeins. Like this is 88 grams and this is 98 grams, so probably better to not do that. So these are going back into the storage, but these I can use and I'm going to. So I'm going to knit him a little sweater. And I'm thinking 3mm needles. Or what if instead of using this for the ribbing and this for the body, I hold these together and I use like 5mm. 4.5. No, my 4.5 is in my laneway. 5mm or 4. I'm gonna hold these together, yeah, I think that would look nice. Just a bit more light blue. I'm gonna wind these up and see if I can cast that on right now. Hello, good morning. Neo is insisting that I have a little break by laying directly on me, like a little baby. But here is the little sweater in the daylight. Oh, yeah, Yarny. Oh, thank you, baby. So nice. So niceies. Okay, bye. I moved. That's illegal. Anyway, yeah. Oh, she's going into the yarn. Don't eat the yarn, Neo. don't do it. Okay, hello. I ended up frogging the knit sweater because I made it way too big. And I don't feel like trying again. So I'm going to crochet him a little sweater instead with the same yarn. Yeah. I need to free myself from this yarn bar so I can actually grab my crochet hook for that. There we go. Okay, never mind. I don't like the way this looks when I crochet with it, so I'm going to try again for knitting. 5mm. And I think I'll try in panels instead, maybe that'll help. Also, just I need to remember that knitting stretches a lot more than crocheting whenever I freehand it. I feel like that would be good. I mean, this is the first freehand knit that actually looked horrible. The rest actually fit quite well, probably because I did swatches and measurements instead of just winging it like I do with crochet. Anyway, let's see. Frog. Okay, this is going much better. I have one panel and the second one is started. So the plan is start with a nice thick border of garter stitch, then some regular stockinette about the same length, just a little bit longer. Crochet bind off because I'm lazy, and then that's a panel, and then basically the part that is stockinette is what's going to be the sleeve. So I'm going to pick up stitches along that edge and then sleeve that, and the garter stitch is going to be sewn together at the sides, and then at the top there's like 3 or 4 stitches on each side where I assemble the shoulders, and then I will crochet a little neckline. Much easier plan than trying to do a raglan for a frog. Like in crochet that's fine because I can measure as I go, but in knitting I can't see how big my stuff is when it's on the needles, and his neck starts off huge, and then there's barely any increase for his tummy, but there is increase for his arms, and it's weird and it wasn't working. This will work. This is fine. I will do the second panel now. Alright, that's the body. It's assembled with little armholes and the neckline. Very cool. I'll be starting the sleeves now. Hello, it is later. I've had dinner and we have one sleeve. Form-fitting sleeve. Do you like the garter stitch detail? It matches on the sleeve. Anyway, he's got another sleeve to do, so I will go do that. But first I will weave in all of these ends so that I don't have to do as many after the second sleeve. I've been using these to do the sleeve because it's only 22 stitches in the round. Yeah, I'll get to that and I'll update you. Alright, good morning. The second sleeve is done. This could also use around the blocking, but that'll happen the next time I block a big item. Yesterday I blocked a big item and I put this in with it, so I think it fits him a little bit better now. Leftover yarn going back in stash, and that's his outfits for now. Maybe I'll make more in the future. Let's see if this fits him better now, right? Okay, first proper look at the blue. Very handsome, very cool. There he is, little guy in his colorful sweater with his long arms. So, which one do you prefer? I'm probably gonna keep swapping them out. And he's gonna live on our couch now, so you will see him more often. Maybe I'll make him more sweaters in the future, depends on if I have scrap yarn and stuff like that. So thank you for joining in covering up Frogberts' little silly arms. I hope you think this is a good solution, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.